Okay, welcome to part 2 of switches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some other things you can do with switches. Okay, so this is some coding from one of the games that I was building. Now every time you um, finish a quest, it controls a variable either up or down depending on how you did it. For example, in this quest, if you sell the horse that you've gone to find, you lose 2 reputation. If you bring it back, you gain 2 reputation. Now the reason this is if your reputation gets down too low, you actually get kicked out of the Knights program, and you have to go and join the Rogues. I'm just trying to find it. Okay, I found it. So here it is. When the conditional branch variable Squire or Rogue is -3, so you've got a -3 reputation, it turns on a switch about getting kicked out of the Knights. So you get kicked out here, and then it turns on a thief entry code, and this thief starts to talk to you and lets you into the Thieves Guild. Now every time you do a mission, it can put up or down your reputation, and people will talk to you differently depending on this. If I look into this game, every time you bring a quest in, so we'll go down to a quest. Okay, I control a variable here. It puts up the player's stat by a certain amount. This variable is, you get enough of it and it gives you a token that will actually show you. So that puts up the level up counter by 2. When your level up counter equals 5, you get a level up counter and you lose 5 to the variable. You can then cash that in for stats increases. Another thing that this does is it puts the variable of which quest you are on up 1 so that you can make quest lines. So when it's at 0, you do the first quest, and then you get 1 to the quest lines, and then you can do the second quest. And you get 2 completed quests to the variable, you can do the third quest, and so on. You can do this in a normal event. I've done it in a common event so that I can use it at multiple quest boards around the world, but the demo version doesn't have access to the common events. Another thing you can do is your variable, your event can only exist if a variable is to a certain stage. For example, if my thief here, I could switch him, instead of on thief, I could switch him that his my reputation was to a certain amount, so -4, and then I would be talking to him. So that's another way of doing it. These are all just examples that you can get into when you're in later game. The basic one is the one that I showed you in the last video. I just wanted to show you some other examples of what you could do. One more example. This is one you can only do if you have common events. I've actually got it when you use a spell 50 times. You get a item that you can use to teach any of your people the upgraded version of the spell. Your party uses the upgraded version of the spell 50 times, because each time you use it, it adds 1 to the variable, and when you've used it 50 times, you get the second upgraded version that you can teach to someone. So there's lots of possibilities with variables, and it opens up a lot. So variables and switches, you use these a lot with your conditional branches, and they make up the core of your game.